We got a 1.6-mile track that Top Gear uses to test all of its cars. It's full of straights and curves, and it's designed specifically to highlight the strengths and weaknesses of any car, push it to the limits, and of course beyond.
Now, every car we put out on our test track is going to be driven as hard and as fast as possible so that throughout the series we can keep track of all the times. That way you can see which cars really perform on the racetrack and which cars suffer.
And the only thing missing from this equation is a professional race driver. And there he is.
You'll never see his face, you'll never hear his voice, and his only job is to drive as fast as he can. And no one knows what hides behind that smoked visor.
All we do know is he's called the Stig. All right, very difficult.
And for this time, the Stig is going to be taking the Dodge Viper SRT-10 that we have behind us out on the Top Gear test track, and then we'll see what the time is for it. So, the Stig made a lap in this car around the track. Now, let's go see how he did. And the Stig starts off the line pretty well. Let's see how well the Stig does in the first corner here coming up. Oh, he rips the handbrake. Oh, he went pretty good around the first turn. Oh, up into the grass a little bit. Around the next turn. Stig's making some pretty good time in the Viper. Since there's no real other vehicles to go against time-wise, as this will be the first one on the Power Laps board. But as the episodes progress, we will have other vehicles, and we'll see if anything can beat the Viper on the time. Stig's doing pretty well with this, which is his speciality, going around this track and testing all the cars and see what their times are. Onto the straightaway here. It's getting close back to the line. Last turn. And he crosses the line.
Doesn't seem fair to have that as the first car out. Now, I mean, that's a pretty high target.
Especially for a car that's that hard to drive. There's no traction control, there's no driver aid besides your feet and your hands.
Alright, you guys want to see what the time was? The Stig took the Dodge Viper SRT-10 out on the track and did a 1 minute 35.51. That's pretty impressive for the first car. We'll see if any other cars we take out on the track during the series gets to beat it. Thank you for this episode of Top Gear's Test Track, where we put all these cars that we use in the episodes out on the track and see which one performs better.